McCourty a Hall of Famer?
I think he should be, yeah.
Not first ballot, but the body of work.
No, but he's been one of the top safeties in the league for a very long time.
The body of work is so good for so long.
Yeah, and 3 Super Bowl titles.
Probably not. I think when the time comes, he will go through and he might get to the finalist list. Like Teddy Bruschi is kind of the same thing. Teddy, oh my God, the leader of this team, et cetera, et cetera. You look at
McCourty's been better than Bruschi for a long time. He's a higher quality player at a position of more import. But
yeah, again, I would have to start with the question of who of the defensive backs of are
going to come on the ballot at the same time.
Are going to come on the ballot at the same time, and who's he going to be against? And that's a tricky question. If he's really one of the best ones, then he could move to finalist stage and get into the kind of position Seymour got into. Where
stuff he did in 53, he should get in for that alone. And there was it was 2019 when the Patriots played like man all the time, and there was a point, and they played like all the bad quarterbacks, but there was a point like 4 or 5 games into that season where McCourty had more interceptions than targets. That tells you a little bit about his range.
I'll say this, that when it comes time for the New England contingent to kind of put the resumes together, they've got to pick the best resumes to put out there. Obviously, they don't have to put a Brady resume or Gronk resume. Those guys are going through. But when it comes time, it's like, well, is it McCourty or is it like, Matthew Slater, or is it like somebody else along the way? They've got to make that.
If you're looking from this era of the Patriots, it's hard to think of who is a better candidate than Brady, Gronk, Gilmore, but partially for stuff he didn't do with the Patriots. And then I think McCourty is a better Hall of Fame candidate than Slater and a better Hall of Fame candidate than Edelman.
McCourty also put together Pro Bowl level and almost defensive rookie of the year level play at both legitimate outside corner and legitimate deep safety, not hybrid, but like legit number 1 outside corner and legit deep third. You are the last line of defense. That's impressive. You don't see that a lot.
Help me.
I'm not saying he's Ronnie Lott, but that's a similar profile.
Help me because my brain is tapioca right now for whatever reason. Who's been winning the All-Pros at safety the last couple of years? I guess Harrison Smith has some.
Matthew.
Yeah, Honey Badger.
Byard.
So you are kind of stuck with this guy as much as we're talking about this and his contribution to the Super Bowl team.
Right, he doesn't have a lot of Pro Bowls in our pros. It's absolutely true.
Right. And I think that stuff is overcooked, but it is the way it is.
It is the way it is, and it's like, okay, so you're third best, fourth best, fifth best safety in the league, and you're not behind Ed Reed. You're behind Byard, who's a hell of a ball player, et cetera.
Right.
It becomes a tricky argument. Again, I'm not saying it says you're off the.
I think when you factor in the extremely high level of play at 2, and again, we're not talking slot, we're not talking box, we're talking legitimate outside corner, every play facing your number 1 guy, legitimate deep third safety. He made that switch, and he's done very well at both. How many guys have done that in NFL history?
It's an interesting argument, and I'm so sick of having Hall of Fame arguments about Julian Edelman. McCourty is absolutely a better candidate.
He has no case, Patriots fans. 0 case. Julian Edelman is not a Hall of Famer.
McCourty is absolutely a better candidate. McCourty is absolutely a better candidate.
Yes, he is.